on a Monday. But guess what? We're coming all the way straight from UK, straight to Florida in America. Yes, you heard me right. Live and direct from America. And we've been in America quite a few days this week. We've been to a few places in America, but now we're coming with something quite different, a different sound, straight from Florida. I know some of you, some religious folks would think, oh, this kind of music is not accepted in church, but it is now. It's come to stay. And we have a fantastic and amazing lady in the house who's going to be dropping the lyrics and everything. So this is the time to invite your friends onto the show. Call a friend, tell a friend that the DJ Abbeyg Unlock show is right here and it is happening right now. So please, this is the time to invite your friends. And if you're watching this at any other time in the world, please do me a favor, share it on as many platforms as possible, whether they be Christian or non-Christian. Make sure you share it because the message will change their lives. And watching this show will change their life for God's glory and for God's blessing. So hope you've started inviting and sharing this. And like I said, any other time you're watching this in the world, say to you, take your popcorn, your drink, and I know you would be blessed by the DJ Abbeyg Unlock show. I won't do much of talking. We'll just go into music and then we'll introduce our guest for tonight. So again, like I said, take your seat, take the best seat in the house and get ready. You're on the DJ Abbeyg Unlock show.
No stress, drama free. We about to live this life. Let go.
I know some of you are not ready, so let's do it properly, like this way. Are you ready, people? Let's do it again. Again. Okay, here we go.
What up, this your girl Sha Sha. Came to bring you I'm way. No stress, drama free. We about to live this life. Let go. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. See another day, smile on my face. I got a new walk with a two-step. Yeah, no bad vibes coming through this place. I got a new talk, walking in new grace. A little bit, but don't call me cocky. Playing on my life, so don't try to stop me. Confidence, baby, that's what I do bring. Call for a purpose, that's what you do see. Carefree, refined, boast up, let's shine. Got favor, divine, royal priesthood, true bloodline. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. I got my peeps represent your tribe. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Haitian queen turned up, yeah, too high. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way. I'm way. I'm Let's go. Let's see another day, smile on my face. I got a new walk with a two-step. Yeah, bad vibes coming through this place. I got a new talk, walking in new grace. A little bit, but don't call me cocky. Playing on my life, so don't try to stop me. Confidence, baby, that's what I do bring. Call for a purpose, that's what you do see. Carefree, refined, boast up, let's shine. Got favor, divine, royal priesthood, true bloodline. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. I got my peeps represent your tribe. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's Alicia Queen turned up, yeah, too high. I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Ha, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Grab somebody's hand and I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. Yeah, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Where my people said I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Stand to your feet and say I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, 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 I'm way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Grab somebody's hand and I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way. I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way, I'm way.
Wow. Without further ado, let's bring Sasha Music to our platform tonight, all the way from Florida, America. Welcome to our platform tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of the show tonight.
Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's nice to have you. Instagram people, I know you're connecting with us as well. Don't go far, don't go anywhere. We we are with you in the house. So if somebody's listening to Away, and where this music goes to around the world, where the show goes to around the world, and they're wondering who is Sasha Music, how would you define yourself to our audience?
Well, I'm just definitely a lover of God, and I use my talents and gifts to glorify Him and to lead other people to Christ, whether it be through rap. And I really don't sing the best, but I do my music in such a way that's positive and uplifting, and has you forgetting about the things that we go through. And so I also do graphics design. I do photography. I'm a mother, and just I love to serve and love to lead others to Christ. So for me, I do public speaking as well. So God has just blessed me with a lot of talent. But me, I'm just a normal person, a regular person that go through everyday trials, just like me and you. But I serve a God that can help us through every trial. So that's me, Sha Sha Music.
Wow. Okay. When did you realize you had this gift for rap music? At what age?
So I always did it, even when I was like in middle school and high school. And
Okay.
I always loved music and doing poetry. That's where it started for me, doing the poetry. And
Okay.
then after that, it just really took off in high school. And then I started doing it for God in my mid 20s or so, something like that. And so I just continued to stay on that path, giving Him my gift.
And rap music. Like I said in the beginning of the show, um, people probably. How was the reception? How did people react to you, particularly traditional churches?
So in the beginning, it was more so like you could do it as a hobby. Don't try to do it for more than that. It wasn't really as encouraged. But the more I did it, the more God made get room for my gift. And now it's led me to London. Like I'm not just doing an interview with you. I've met you in person. I have a picture with you, you know, all across the world. So, you know, I mean, he just opened up doors in ways that I can't even explain. And I
Wow.
just he allowed us to connect. So when in the beginning where it was hard for people to receive, now it's just like, God, have your way. It don't matter if they receive it or not. You gonna make room.
Wow, that is very true. Yeah, yeah, I could imagine. I mean, because I mean, I remembered when we used to play gospel rap as a DJ out there, people were like, and particularly back in the days, we used to the only music we had was gospel gangsters. And when people hear, when pastors and people hear about gospel gangsters, they're like, gospel gangsters? Like
Yeah.
what? You know, it was like, you know, it wasn't like the regular Franklin and all that, you know, where they received them very well in church, but it went down well with a lot of the young and the teenagers and people like that. They could relate with those kind of music, you know, but it took a while for rap music to
Be
take
accepted.
ground. They also, even in UK, even it's still a bit of a challenge. I mean, a lot of people see rap music as underground music, you know, out there because of a lot of the people and secular people out there who do the various things. So, I mean, I wanted to know your experience. Was there particular anybody that when you were, like you said, at those your young age, your teenage years, was there any particular band, group, or person that you looked up to that motivated you to do more of gospel rap?
So I love the singers. So I was always empowered and uplifted by the singers, like the Clark sisters or Donna McKirkland, or you know, it was just the singers. And because I did my gift wasn't quite like theirs, I just loved the message. I just love how they could sing a song and it really touched the heart to want to make a change. And so I just said, if they can do that with their voice, I know God can give me the gift to do it with my voice, not in the same way, but God could do it for me the same way to do it with my voice. So for
Mhm.
me, it was those pioneers who just sung those songs and just really touched the heart of the people, and that's what really pushed me to go forward and do it.
Was there any person in your family that also encouraged you in terms of your music or career and stuff?
My mother and my brother, they're like my biggest fans.
Okay,
Um, ever since I was little, I know like for my brother, because I wasn't doing rap, gospel rap, all the time I was doing rap. I did it secularly before, and you know when
okay,
your mother is in the church and you're not doing music for the church, they're not too
okay.
supportive of that. And
Yeah.
so but my brother saw the gift, and a matter of fact, happy birthday, Josh! Today's his birthday. Um, so he would always just like, even when I stopped rapping, he would like, Shaw, you're a star. Like, go for it, do it, you know. And he would always randomly push me, and those would be the days where I would think back on my gifts and say, God, can I do this? And I hear what everybody else is saying around me. They're not too encouraging of it, but God, can I do this? But I thank God for my brother. And now, if my mom can make it, she's on the road with me. You know, she actually came with me to London. So
Wow. Okay.
shout out
Yeah.
to my mom. Yeah, she came with me to London when I did go and perform and different things like that. So, you know, she's super supportive in everything that I do. So I definitely both of them, and my daughter, super supportive. If I need
Wow.
anything, she's like my assistant. Whenever I go from place to place, she's right there with me. Mommy, you need water, or she'll fan me down if I'm too hot, or whatever. I don't even have to ask her. She's just jumping in to see about mama. So those are my greatest supports. And all my people who download my music, I thank y'all. I love y'all too. I love y'all too, because this journey would be nothing without y'all, for real.
Without yes. So, in terms of how many of your album have you had out there?
So when so last year I was ready to release an album, and
Okay.
then I said, hold on, wait, there's something missing. I need something else. There's something missing. Because when I put it out, I didn't want to put it out any kind of way. But then once COVID hit, I was like, no, this ain't the right time to put out a whole album. So right now I'm in the process of releasing some singles. They're gonna kind of come out back to back, but it's just kind of like a reflection of just built up music for me. And definitely January 2021, people are gonna see more music just come out back to back, with music videos back to back, because it's been a long time coming, and I just allowed myself to set things up in a way that when it's time to release, we could just release, because everything is very different now. Everything is very different now, as far as people aren't performing as much anymore. And they're doing virtual concerts, and it's very different for the artists. So, you just got to come up with a creative way to release it now. So you just don't want to throw anything out there. But yeah, more music to come.
More music to come. Wow.
Yes.
So that is very true. So Abbeyg, could you tell us how you came by that song, and who were you trying to reach with that music, the first song we played earlier on?
So the first song that was played, Abbeyg?
Yeah.
I am Haitian. Mom Haitian, father Haitian. So Abbeyg is something that we say in our culture, but it can mean almost anything. Like you can hear something like a surprise, Abbeyg. You can hear somebody die, Abbeyg. You can get excited because you heard great news, Abbeyg. It's that word that kind of go with almost, it could have so many meanings. So for this particular meeting, when I did the music video, it was on Haitian Flag Day. We celebrate that May 18th of every year, and they had a big festival down in South Florida, and it's kind of like the Carnival, but not really. And we definitely give dedication to our heritage, our culture. And so as in the video, you see a lot of Haitian flags, a lot of cultural dressing. They get dressed up, they have bands, live bands and different things of that nature. So it was just a dedication back to my culture, back to the culture that, my mom and dad were birthed through. And I just wanted to pay honor back to that, because that's a part of me.
That is very, very true. So we also going to talk about, we're going to play, before we play your latest song, Shine, which also you performed in London, and it got everybody rocking and jumping in London. Tell us how you came by that song, Shine.
So it goes back to your first question, who and who did not support you? At this point in my life, it does not matter. Listen to what God is telling you, listen to the voice of God, and shine the light of Christ. And then there's a piece in the song, it says, don't let the cares of this world dim your light, boo. Shake it off, shine through. And that's what it is. Don't let the cares of this world dim your light, shine through. And so that's my inspiration for anybody. I don't care what it is you're doing, sing, dance, writing a book, got a new business, shine through. That's what it's about.
Okay, so we're gonna hear from you, Sha Sha, on this track called Shine. Stay tuned.
Are you ready? Let go. It's time to shine. Yeah, woo! Banana boat, Sha Sha, hey. Let's get it. Yeah, let's shine. We gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. We gon' shine. Hey, I gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. We gon' shine. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. I gon' shine. You gon' shine. We gon' shine. Let's get it. I gon' shine. You gon' shine. The light. Ha. We gon' shine. Gotta be right. Radiators light. Futures in sight. When it takes flight. Shining is my life. Yeah, that's right. Shining is my life. Yeah, that's right. It's a dark world. Plenty dark daily. Too many walking dead, too many digging grave. I heard that love was the answer, and I believe that true. And that the hate is the cancer that destroys the truth. See, I got that light, and you can shine too. Go ahead and go, baby. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't let the cares of this world dim your light, boo. Shake it off, we gon' shine through. Don't let the cares of this life dim your light, boo. Shake it off, we gon' shine through. Hey, hey, let's shine, let's shine, don't shine. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. Shine, let's shine. Hey, the light, come on, shine. Called to be the light, salt of the earth, walking with Christ. Yeah, that's a bird. Came to empower, came to influence. Rebuke the vision, run as a unit. Let me teach you how to shine, become a student. Watch your lifestyle rise, got people clueless. Even though you're human, try finding units. Take advantage of the life, opportunist. Better know that you're called, you got purpose. No matter what the world says, what they see on the surface. Go ahead and tap into your greatness, so you worth it. Don't let the cares of this world give your life. Shake it off, go ahead and shine, shine. Don't let the cares of this world in your life. Shake it off, hey, shine. We gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine, hey, we gon' shine, come on, we gon' shine. Nothing to it but to do it, baby. Nothing to it but to do it, baby. Hey, we gon' shine, we gon' shine. Let go, let go.
Wonderful, amazing song there. I see people rocking, I see people shaking. Even on Instagram, I see people, my people, moving and enjoying and grooving to say, who says gospel rap has come to go? No, it's just started. It's just a new day for gospel rap out there. And if you don't know, now you know that, God speaks or minister to us in different dimensions. It doesn't have to be traditional, and it has to be praise and worship. God has different variety of music, and one of it we are on it tonight, and we are with Sasha on our DJ Abbeyg Unlock show. So when you want to write your song, how's your creative process? How do you go around write a song?
So
is it by life experience, or how do you combine some of your songs?
I would definitely say yes. Life experiences, I would say sometimes even as I'm listening to my pastor preach on a Sunday morning or on a Wednesday night Bible study, something I could hear something, I'm like, you know, I should write a song about that. Something to just inspire me. I would say when you're going through, you'll find a lot to write about because you just want to vent and let it out and let it off your chest. And so I know some artists, they need words first and then the music. I'm the type of artist, I need the beat, then I'll write to the beat. Very, very rare that I do it the other way around, but I can, you know. But yeah, I find inspiration from anywhere, anything, especially life situations.
Life situations, wow. And so some of your songs are from life situations.
Absolutely, because when I think about shining, a lot of times people are afraid if their gift is different or not is accepted. There aren't a lot of girls or women rapping versus the men, and sometimes that can be intimidating or kind of scary. First, you know, not as many people welcome rap, and then you a girl, you know. So I just want to tell people it doesn't matter. Whatever you think God has called you to do it. You know, and it's
Good.
okay. Don't listen to what they got to say. Do it. Mm-hmm.
Other than rap, is there any other kind of style, like you said earlier on? You know, the best singer in the world. But do you do poetry, or is there any? Have you tried to do something like reggae or something different apart from rap on your music?
Okay, so I have not dug into like specifically reggae. Amway was kind of like the Afro beat mix. Um, but that was definitely something new. I'm Nothing's a challenge to me, so I want to explore all of that. Yes, I do poetry. That's how I started. And as a little girl, whenever I would go through things, I would just write my feelings on paper and paper and paper and paper. And so once I connected with, shout out to Dudley, Mr. Banana Boat, the guy who produces a lot of my music. I know him ever
Uh-huh.
since I was 9 years old, and this is all we've
Wow.
ever wanted to do and love to do. And in the song Shine, you hear a lot of drums. He went to a
Yeah.
high school and literally did the drums himself because growing up, he was the drum major. He was in the band and doing all the music and things of that nature. So shout out to Mr. Banana Boat Deli. But I started off with poetry, and when we connected, he provided the music, I provided the words, and here we are years later still making music.
Wow, that is so good. So I'm gonna play something. I know I didn't tell you I was gonna do. I'm gonna play something. You're gonna probably it's gonna blow you out a bit, and then I'm gonna mix it up with another of your music. And stay tuned. We're gonna play more Sasha music, and she is gonna love this one.
I didn't start off doing it for God, but I started at middle school doing writing poetry, and then later on, the more I wanted to just vent and express myself, it was just worldly things, things I felt, things I desired. But when I came into knowing who Christ was and really truly deciding, hey, this is my lifestyle, that's when I began to write for Him and write to give Him the glory. Now, at first, it wasn't well accepted. At first, it wasn't really received well, because it's like, oh, you can be a first lady, you can be an evangelist, you can be a missionary, and all those things are great. But I knew God was stirring something on the inside of me as a rapper, as someone to deliver a message to the women. And I know God called me to empower, to enlighten, to inspire other women and little girls that you can do anything you want to do and be. God gave you that passion, or if God is really leading you or tugging in your heart door to do something greater and bigger, there's no limit when you put your trust in Him. So once I decided to put my trust in God, God started opening up the doors and making room for my gift. And I'm just here as a witness, and I can testify that the God who's really truly been using me, and you've really been taking me places that I couldn't even imagine, and it's just the beginning. All right, this your girl Sha Sha. Stay tuned, go and get it in for Christ. Y'all be blessed.
Wow. Now let's play something more interesting.
Jump French no for them not like it. Tony Montana because it's too earth. Yeah, man, that's Sister Sasha. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Yeah. Me now we down me brain with no stress. From me rise with the sun, me know me bless. Me just a cut and go through, and me know what we do at the end of the day. God a you. Me nah par with no pagan, cause the whole of them in a quicksand. Me nah go eat, nah drink, or go a them yard. Fire burn them one by one. Cause we are clean house, sweep house. The devil and them friend them have to leave out. Yes, we are sweep house, clean house. The liar and the wicked have to leave out.
My continuous provider, righteousness of right. He's the rock of all ages, the ancient days. His love is contagious to cast all fears away. His works are perfect, that I must confess. He did all things for my good, even when I was a wreck. When I was a coward, He was my strong tower, and all demons get devoured by the breath of His power. Amen, amen. So the first song that I'm getting ready to do is More Than Enough. God is more. How many of you know that God is more than enough? If we diligently seek him, if we diligently pray and ask God to give us direction and show us, he is more than enough. Our source, our healer, our mind sustainer, our peace. He is more than enough. Let's go. Let go. Just rock with me. Rock, 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 rock. Yeah, rock. Hey, hey, yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, the greatest, the great author of faith, the only one today to give you a clean slate, completely recreate who you used to portray. Number one heavyweight, the MVP of faith. Talking about G.O.D. superior entity. By mentioning his seed on demons will flee. Knowledge of life cards to be dealt in control of everything from your health to your wealth. But you gotta know him for yourself, yeah. No pressure, just ask for his help, yeah. Real love, no matter your sin. First you gotta know him for yourself. No pressure, just ask for his help, yeah. Real love can be felt in him. Come as you are, no matter your sin. When it's got me covered. I'm made by his grace, cause without him, I'm nothing. From glory to glory, from face to place. I got blessings on blessings on blessings, man. Don't rush about anything, just patiently wait. There's a ram in the bush, so it's pleading your case. And don't lose faith for things that don't change. Cause at the last minute, God can make it rain. Yeah. First you gotta know him for yourself. Yeah. No pressure, just ask for his help, yeah. Real love can be felt in him. Come as you are, no matter your sin. Know him for yourself, yeah. No pressure, just ask for his help. Real love can be felt in him. Cause this is not the first
This your girl Sha Sha.
You didn't come this
Closer to my dreams, yeah. Man, just reflect back with me. I'm thinking about how I was a little girl dreaming and God showing me how I would make it. Showing me visions and dreams. You know what? Just vibe with me. Nappy-headed little girl with butterfly dreams, sitting in a room, writing poetry, pouring out my feelings, feeling every page, and feeling how I'm feeling. I was meant for the stage, born to be infectious, epidemic, late, too influential, couldn't lock me in a cage, lioness on the prowl, success to be devoured, spitting every rhyme like hot golden water, king's daughter, sperm donor was my folder, but didn't face me cause I was built like my molder. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Me and my bro be in the back room like it's the booth. Thinking of dreams came true, man. What we could do? Moms could quit this salon, doing them hairdos too. See, I'm closer to my dreams, man. The silver lining of things ain't really what they seem. Almost gotta keep pushing, won't stop, no. Hey, hey, I'm closer to my dreams, man. I'm closer to my dreams. Keep on riding, rise and shine. Until I see my dreams, closer to my dreams. Almost there, gotta keep pushing, won't stop, no. Till I see hey, closer to my dreams, I'm closer to my dreams. Rise and shine, no, till I see. Hey, I'm closer to my dreams, man. I'm closer to my dreams.
take you down some memory lane. Did you like that?
Yes, loved it. I'm like, oh, I loved it. Yes,
There we go. So,
yeah,
could
yeah.
you tell us both tracks we played and what got you to write those songs as well?
All right. So, the first one
Closer to
was
my dream. Yeah, yeah, go on.
okay, closer to my dreams. Actually, that was something my brother told me to do to help kind of build my YouTube channel. And he was like, but I want you to do it to this beat. And so when I did my mixtape, it was called Closer to My Dreams. God deals with me in my dreams prophetically. And so even as a little girl, I could see myself on big stages, rapping, talking, speaking, or whatever. I will always see myself on a platform or on a stage. And so it had two meanings, where closer to my dreams is to where God was taking me, but closer to me actually living out what he gave me in my mind, my dreams. And so I was just going down memory lane of how, as a little kid, how things were, and as a little girl, writing poetry and things of that nature, pouring out my feelings, filling every page. So, yeah, that song is just really dear to me, simply because it really connects with how I was younger and where I am now today.
Wow, that's amazing.
Uh, yes. And when I was in the Blue and on the stage, the song was called More Than Enough. That was actually a song that was done by Ty Tribbett. I don't know if you're aware of that artist, Ty Tribbett, gospel singer. And
Definitely.
I just rapped over one of his songs, and it's More Than Enough, and pretty much talking about how, you know, he is more than enough in our life, but first you gotta know him for yourself. No pressure, just ask for his help. You know, and a lot of times, sometimes we go through a lot of things and we're trying to do it on our own, with our own strength and with our own accord. But God is more than enough to handle every single situation, from the small to the big. You don't have to take it all on yourself. He is more than enough to, he's capable of handling everything. Just give it to him. But you can't go to mama and grandma and say, pray for me, God. Go. No, go for him for yourself. Because he's
Amen.
more than enough. He'll do it. He'll do it every time. Just go to him for yourself. With all your shame, with all your pain, with all your past, with all your insecurities, go to him. And he's more than enough to carry you through anything. Anything.
Definitely. Wow, that is amazing to hear. Yeah, definitely. God is more than enough. So,
Yep.
if you were to go into collaboration, okay, let me hit some. In you know that song where you were I praise and where you were wearing blue. I realized you like your high heel shoes. I
Yes.
noticed
I
you
love
like your high heel.
blazers. I love high heels. I
Good
love
one. Yeah,
them.
we can see them in all the videos there.
Yes. And a lot of people be like, are you not afraid to fall and trip? No.
You have a lot.
I wear them. I love them. And it's my thing. I can't help it. It's my
Wow.
thing. I know that a
Wow.
lot of female rappers, they'll wear tennis shoes and a hat and things of that nature and look real tomboyish. But I really want
Yeah.
to represent for our young ladies that you can still look
Okay.
feminine and present
Yeah.
yourself as a lady. Um, but yeah, I get that question all the time. Are you not afraid you're gonna fall? But yeah, I love them. I love them.
Have you ever fallen or shot? Have you
I
ever
haven't.
fallen and
I
you know
haven't. Not probably. I haven't yet. I haven't
not
yet.
yet?
Or I'll be like Beyonce.
So
I'll hop right back up like nothing happened.
and how was it in London? I mean, you came to London last year and you guys rocked the place with Gospel Summit. Big shout out to Carol.
Yes,
How
Carol. Back to back PR, baby. Um, so when I reached out to Carol regarding the London, and I mean, they just welcomed me with open arms, so
Mhm,
hospitable. People were so
mhm.
friendly. I connected with so many people still to this day that I
Yeah,
conversate with or see on social media, and I'm like, hey, I remember you, and I just can't wait to come back. I can't wait for the opportunity for this to all be over and for us to come back
That's
to
right.
actually connect again.
Mhm,
We saw so many different places, the
mhm.
Queen's Palace, and um, it was nuts. I loved it. And then you guys, when we performed, no matter what we performed, it could have been Southern Baptist, it could have been quartet, it could have been rap. Y'all received us with every gift we had. It could have been in English,
Amen.
it could have been in Spanish. Y'all received everyone the
Everybody,
same.
yeah,
I just
that's right.
love the love in London. I loved it.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. And also, talking about London, you talked earlier on about Afrobeat.
Uh-huh.
I said it would be nice to hook you up on a track on an Afrobeat tune very soon
Yes, yes, absolutely.
because
I
Afrobeat
know,
is getting it's really big in America now. It's going very big in America.
and it's really super catchy. When you got something with a
Yeah,
little Afro beat to it, I mean,
yeah,
it'll make
yeah,
the stiffest man jump. You know, I mean, it'll
yeah.
it's really it's happy vibes, happy sounds. So I
Mhm.
love a good Afro beat. Absolutely, yes, yes.
Wow, wow. So don't worry, we will try to hook you up with a couple of tracks here and people here. I think it'll be nice to do collabo with a few artists because in Africa now
Absolutely,
that's the
yes.
trend in Africa now. A lot of African artists are and featuring a lot of American artists on their tracks, and a lot of those tracks are going well, are doing very well across the world, and definitely we would love to hook you up with some of those tracks and people as well. So people are on saying to me, I should ask you more questions. Uh, so I mean, which venue is your favorite venues that you've ever performed in?
Other than London, uh, I would say I prefer performing at like festivals, outdoor events. Simply because when you do a festival, you have all walks of life that'll come. And my
Okay.
songs, my music sometimes can work in church, sometimes it can't. But when
Hmm.
at a festival, it's very open to the community and all walks of life. People who love God and don't know God, I seem to draw with just the sound and the music, and it's really effective for me. And so, if it's a nice festival with a nice sound system and they can, hear everything well, I love a nice festival. Um, as far as a venue, I love festivals. So summer times is the best because I get to go from
Yeah.
festival to festival.
Have you been to the Caribbeans at all yet?
I have not. My music has played there, from Bahamas to Haiti, Jamaica, but I have not been as an artist. I have not
Okay.
been. We're prophesying and proclaiming that it's on the way. It's on the way. It's on the way.
It's on the way, definitely, definitely,
It's on the way.
definitely. I know they will rock you right there. Uh, is there any talents, and do you have any unused talents out there? What I mean is, if you weren't a gospel rapper, what could you have been?
People have asked me that question before, and I really feel like if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't really be operating in purpose. So I would be just whatever it would be. I would be spiritually dying. I would be really just unhappy with life, just doing the regular Monday through Friday, regular around the clock stuff, just really unhappy with life. Doing music and rapping really is my outlet, and to see other lives change is really what gives me purpose. And I know God called me to do it. I would say the first half of my life, I wasn't really doing how God called me to do the thing I needed to do, and really it was okay. But now that I really just said yes to His will, I'm living a happier life. I can't lie, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't have it any other way.
Wow, that's so amazing. So I mean, this, I'll give you a minute to encourage. Someone might be out there during COVID-19, either they've lost a job or they lost loved ones or businesses or stuff like that. I just want to give you a minute or two just to encourage them out there.
So for anybody that is listening to the sound of my voice, tuning in and feeling hopeless and feeling down for whatever circumstance and whatever reason, I just want you to keep the faith. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. And I say that not just because it's a cliche or something to say, because with God, we always win. He'll never fail us. He'll never forsake us. He'll never let us fall and never let us go. And no matter what you're facing and what you're seeing right now, it may be tough, it may be uncomfortable, and it may be painful and may cause shame. I'm not sure what it is you're dealing with, but just know that God is our salvation. God is our source. God is our provider. If we just keep trusting in him and hold faith that he is going to show up on your behalf. We are daughters and sons of a mighty king, of a great king who will bring us out every single time. We may not have everything that we want, but we thank God for life. We thank God for breath in our bodies. We thank God for strength. We thank God for keeping us in our right mind, because there's some people out there that's really losing it. But thank God for just keeping us with the little bit that we have. So hold tight to the ones that are dear and near to us, and hold tight to the things that you do have, because change is coming and it's on the way. If you just continue to have faith, no matter what it looks like, no matter who supports you, no matter who's for you, always know you're never alone. You're never alone. And as long as you got God, you got everything. And when I say everything, you have everything. Your shelter, he is your peace. He is your sustainer. He is your mind regulator. He is your source. He is your finance. He is your opportunity. He is your way maker. He is the one who gives the grace. He's the one who gives favor. You have everything when you have God. Never feel like you are alone. I know the things you face have hurt you deep down. I know the trauma you've been through has left you feeling like you've been betrayed. But if you hold on to God, you've got everything. And don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that. If you have to just walk around your house with worship music and give God thanks for the little that you have, give him thanks. If you have to go on a fast to get over what you're going through, go on a fast. But give God thanks. It says give thanks in everything. In everything, give thanks. The good, the bad, the ugly, what you understand and what you don't understand, give thanks.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Bless you. So, and also on a lighter note, what has been the impact of the internet on gospel music, particularly your music at this time, and generally on music?
Well, I love the fact it's a free platform for us all to really get out our creativity, our sound, that message, whatever that message God has for us. It's a great outlet for us to reach more people than we did back in the day. A lot of people did not have this opportunity to reach people across the world just with one press of a button. And it's been a blessing for many people, because without the internet, a lot of people's music would not get heard across the world like it is today. So it's been an awesome tool for artists and business owners and public speakers. So yeah, it's been a great tool. If you use it right, it'll do you justice.
That is very, very true. Very, very true. And also, what advice have you got for upcoming artists that are struggling out there? Maybe they're struggling in getting their music out and stuff like that. What advice have you got for upcoming artists?
I would say always have a plan. A lot of artists get excited about the message or about the song, and it sounds great and sounds good, but I would say count up the cost. Have a plan. How much is this going to cost you with your time, your money, your time away from your family, your time without sleep? Have a plan in the sense of who's going to be your radio promoter. How much is that going to cost? How much is it going to cost for mixing and mastering? How much is it going to cost for streaming and downloading and digital and distribution and all that stuff? And how long will you have to spend that amount of money to reach a certain goal? A lot of times, a lot of artists just go into the studio, record a song, they put it out to the internet because it goes everywhere, but it really isn't going everywhere unless you push it. And sometimes to push it, to really get it to where it needs to go, you got to put in a little money. And they don't really plan or think of that part of it. And unfortunately, us as Christian artists, everything ain't free, baby. Everything ain't free. And everything, and then not everybody's just gonna hand it to you because you're saved and you love the Lord. Sometimes it's business, and you gotta handle your business. And until you're and if you're not ready, wait till you're ready, because you will be very disappointed if you release your music and it really doesn't go anywhere. You're like, God, I thought you gave me this. I thought, but you gotta handle your business to make sure it goes and does what it needs to do. Faith without works is dead. We gotta put in the work.
Thank you. That preaching. I say that to loads of people over time. They think God will move it, God will do it, but there is the aspect of God and there's the aspect of work,
Yes.
and we put in the work to it as well. A lot of artists just sit down there expecting a free pie to happen.
Right.
But people need to, like you said, network, go out there, walk out in faith, go out in faith. Like you guys came to London and we met, and then great things are happening. But some people I know artists in America who said, I'm happy with where I am right now, and they will be there, but you need to go out there and walk the walk and put in the work to the album,
Yes.
and it will happen for you at God's time. Definitely. So, what's your favorite meal? Somebody is asking us.
What's my favorite meal to eat?
Yeah, what do you like to eat?
I love seafood, so I like shrimp and fish. I love seafood. Um, I love Italian food like lasagna, spaghetti. So yeah, that's yeah.
So, if you invited Sasha to your music, you better have seafood in the house.
Come on, seafood in the house.
You
Yes.
better have seafood in the house. Or maybe we need to invite her to African meal in the house, jollof rice.
Yes.
And you need to go to Africa, particularly you need to go to Nigeria very soon. We'll see what we can do as well. You
Yes.
need to go
I
to
will
Nigeria. You
go.
will love,
Nigeria.
yes, you will love my people, as we say out there.
Yes.
So, have you ever been in trouble in music at all? Maybe with your mic or something?
All the time, and I know it's nothing but the enemy. Let me tell you, I done been on stage, the
Mhm.
mic go off, the lights in the building went off, the electricity went out.
What?
Everybody's stuff went smooth. I can't come on there. I go to rapping, and all of a sudden I'm like the volume. I'm like, I'm pointing at the volume. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
all the lights go off, the DJ stuff go off. I was like,
Wow.
okay. But yeah, I've had a lot of different technical difficulties, but I think it really groomed me to learn how to stay in the flow, even
Yeah.
when distractions come. Because I see a lot of artists that if let's say their song stops in the middle of them rapping, they lose their mind. Oh, everything's messed up for them. But me, the music start, I'll go and talk about my testimony. I'll tell people where they can reach me and connect with me. I don't let that phase me anymore.
That is very true. And you know what we're gonna do now? People are asking, how can they get hold of your songs, your album? How can they connect with you? How can they book you? Could you use this opportunity to tell them how they can get hold of you?
Simple. Sha Sha Muzik. SHASHAMUZIK.com. Sha Sha Muzik at Gmail. Sha Sha Muzik, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Sha Sha Muzik. It's the same everywhere.
Sha Sha Music is the same everywhere.
On
So,
YouTube, Apple Music, Google Play, same everywhere.
and if they want to book you, where
Sha
do
Sha
they
Muzik
reach out
at
to?
Gmail. Sha Sha Muzik at Gmail.
At Gmail. Okay. So that runs up. Thank you very much. One? Is there any message or one message you would like to get out to your fans?
I appreciate y'all so much because there's so many times you question what you do and if you're on the right path. And if you've ever reached and touched somebody, and so many of y'all have reached back out to me and said, Sha, you've given me courage. I love your boldness. I love your confidence. And it's making me want to go out and get the thing that God told me to do. And when I hear messages like that, man, it's worth the while. When I hear messages, when people say, you know what, I've been going through a rough time, but the things that you said in your song really made me connect back with God. Man, that's worth it for me. If it leads you back to Christ, it's worth it for me. If it leads you to operate and walk in your purpose, it's worth it for me. I love y'all so much, and I thank y'all. Y'all don't have to buy a CD or buy a record. If it pushes you to your purpose, my job is accomplished.
Wow. That is a powerful final word out there. A big shout out. I think somebody is giving a shout out. Stone Win from Florida.
Marcus! I know exactly who that is.
Okay. So, and then Margaret J as well also is giving a shout out, and she's busy on Instagram, typing, saying amen, saying hallelujah, bless God. And so many people out there. Stella, big auntie Stella, thank you as well for all the support, and everyone who tune in to support the show every time. We really bless God for your life, and keep supporting. We're gonna hear more from Sha Sha later on in the future, and so many things we're gonna do in the future. So keep it locked. Make sure you subscribe to our page and also subscribe to my page so that you can hear all the great things and wonderful things that are happening. And whenever she's coming to Lagos, Nigeria, whenever she's coming to London again, and whenever she's going around Europe, so that you guys can connect and get to know about it tonight. So we will end up with your song, Shine, Keep Shining, no disease, no sickness, nothing you from shining. And may the Lord bless you all. Thank you, Sha Sha, for being on our show tonight.
There are a lot of people on Facebook commenting too. Billy Bradley,
thank you.
Gwen, yes. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Peace.
Time to shine, yeah, woo! Banana boat, Sha Sha, hey. Let's get it, yeah. Let's shine. We gon' shine, you gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine. Hey, I gon' shine, you gon' shine, we gon' shine, we gon' shine. And there ain't nothing to it, yeah. Gotta be right, radiators light, futures in sight, winner takes flight. Shining is my life, yeah, that's right. Shining is my life, yeah, that's right. It's a dark world, plenty dark days. People losing hope and losing their way. Stressing out from the struggle daily. Too many walking dead, too many digging grave. I heard that love was the answer, and I believe that true. And that the hate is the cancer that destroys the truth. See, I got that light and you can shine too. Go ahead and go, baby, that's what you're supposed to do. Don't let the cares of this world dim your light, boo. Shake it off, we gon' shine through. Don't let the cares of this life dim your light, boo. Shake it off,